Jacobson aboard now, Jeff Kesky.
Here we go, Jeff, let's go. Win the battle. That's right, make me a strike, let's go.
Kesky with a single, Jacobson over to second. Now the cleanup here, number 6, Frank Bracek. Bracek with a team high 7 RBI.
Yeah.
Well, we welcome you back. Mike Masinko, the big cat, with us. We got Precision and Albicocco. And this is the last one before the big boys get on the field coming up later today.
Oh, this is this a loser's bracket game?
This is a loser's bracket game that we're in right now, yeah.
Well, it's a do or die situation for both teams then.
The winner of this game will play Taylor Made at 3:30 on the backfields, field 5.
Okay. Yeah, Taylor Made, they got beat by Laser Vision last night. And I'm sure they're looking to bounce back from that loss. And like I said, it's a do or die situation. Both these teams now know that they really got to lay it all on the line. And no matter what, play hard as you can, because when you get done, you have the whole winter time to rest up, heal, whatever you have to do.
Into the corner. That's going to score the first run of the ball game for Precision. They lead it 1-0.
The field conditions are just a little bit about the same as yesterday. The wind's not blowing quite as hard at this moment. It's still blowing a little bit to right field there. So last night, as we got deeper into the night, the flag was actually sat down and was not blowing at all. And it's funny because it wasn't blowing at all, and yet in that last game for Ismondo, I think Jimmy Salas and somebody else, both of them hit balls completely over the scoreboard. And that was kind of impressive because, like I said, there was no wind at all, and it almost felt like it was kind of real heavy air out, but yet they hit a couple of bombs with those legit bats from Worth.
They did, didn't they? And we see a pop-up that retires the side, so Precision able to score just one. What's the key? The ball just doesn't fly, and I know that's one of the things they're talking about. The weather certainly takes a big role in how far this ball is able to fly, and sometimes during the day, it's not as much as at night. So what are you thinking about as a player?
Well, as a player, I mean, you've got to be smart here, and that's where your coach has got to come get involved a little bit also, because as you get in the part where we're at now, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the day, it's the hot point of the day, so you know that ball is not going to fly like it normally does early in the morning or late in the evening or on cooler days. So, you know, guys that might be on this baseball field that might hit a ball, if it's 335 down the line and their best shot's 340, I wouldn't be trying for any home runs. I mean, I would definitely be trying to hit the ball down, get my base hits, get my runs, and try to win the ball game. So that's where the manager has to step up here and say, hey, listen, guys, we don't need to be trying to hit the home runs. We need to stick to our game, which is, get a couple of guys on, and if the right guy's at the plate, let him try and hit one out. Yeah, the ball definitely comes into play here with the heat adjustment, and over the course of the years, they, as well as the technology with the bats, become better and better and better. They try to do the same thing with the softballs. They try to stay up on top of them, improve them, so that they get the best play out of them.
Here's Sanchez.
Yeah, Dirty Sanchez. This kid's been playing for a number of years now. He's a great ball player, great team leader, and a heck of a pitcher. probably one of their better hitters, so that's a good move leading them off. Especially he's left-handed also. He's got the power to hit it out of here, that's for sure. Even at this point of the game or point of the day with the heat. As he hits a rocket to the second baseman, he makes a tremendous play.
How about that for a little defense?
And throws him out at first base. Yes, that was a great play.
Your thoughts last night on who you saw, and as far as maybe a favorite? Both teams had a lot of success.
Yeah, Laser Vision played very, very well. Taylor May didn't give him too much of a battle, but Rismondo played very well, and then they played that Reds Astro team, and as we know that they were runner-ups in the Class A, and they're still on a roll here. You know, they played very well. They put up, 26, 30 runs last night and lost.
Right.
So anybody who puts up 30 runs in his ballpark and loses, you know that's a good team. So, but Rismondo played very, very well. You know, they came back. They answered the bell there a couple of times whenever those guys would have a big inning, 8 runs or whatnot. They would come back in and answer and drop another 8 on them. So right now between Rismondo and Laser Vision, at this point I really think either team could win, even though throughout the course of the season, you know, Rismondo has the upper hand on Laser Vision, but once again, they are the defending champions, and that's the way you got to play.
Another ground out for 2 away in the inning. And that'll bring up Sean Ballard, the catcher.
Yeah, Sean, he's another veteran player. He's, I believe, from the Louisville, Kentucky area down there. He played for years for a team called, I think it was Birdies out of Louisville.
First pitch missed outside to Ballard.
He can definitely hit. He's a big boy.
We got Shop and Laser Vision coming up at 4:30. What's your thoughts on that one?
Well, there's another team there, Shop, but they've been playing well all year long, and today they need to have a special game, and I think it'll be a good game. You know, it's going to be 4:30. It's going to be hot. That ball's not going to be flying out of here, I don't think, like, you know, at 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Right.
And there's a lot of power on both those teams. So I think the base hits are going to come to play in that game, you know, setting up the table to give the big guy that shot for a 3-run or grand slam home run. And I think that's going to be a close game. I really do. The Shop team is, like I said, they got some young ball players. They got some veterans, and they play pretty well together. And they got a new guy that's Jerry Backman, one of the backers for a number of years in slow pitch softball, he got out of it a couple of years ago, and now he's back in it, and he's part of their team. Well, there goes a home run. And
how about that? The ball doesn't fly in the day, right? Sometimes it just takes a little extra effort, would you say, to get up and get it out?
Yes, you definitely gotta put.
You gotta hit it square, I guess. Would that be the right?
Yeah, you gotta hit it. You definitely gotta score. You're not gonna miss it and hit it out of here. That's for sure. And he hit that ball pretty good. And it just, you know, it went over the fence by about 10 feet, probably about 350, 360, because it's over about a 385 side. Now here's a guy that's been playing for 20 years at all the top-notch teams, and Dale Baggs, great ball player, great team leader.
Got Matt O'Hara back on the home plate camera. Always good to have the All-Star here. Tony Mack. The battle within the battle, Mike Masinka. You got a battle on the field and a battle in the booth. Matt O'Hara, Kristen Bedard. Who's going to win it?
I don't know. That was a nice play there by that left fielder. He had to come in quite a way to get that ball. The guy was trying to just hit a base hit over third, and he popped it up. And as I said, he had to come a long way to get that ball.
Inning over, we head to the second, a 2-1 score. Albicocco on top.
Ready for championship play? The World Series Edition Duo 3 is here to help you win the ring. The bat features patented 454 technology. It comes ready to play right out of the wrapper. And with Rismondo Max Load, you'll get crushing power while finishing your swing. New for 2014 is the thinner HD handle to give you maximum torque, which brings you unsurpassed performance. Swing the same bat as the 7-time men's major champions. Get your limited edition World Series Duo 3 only from a Rismondo representative or at RismondoSports.com.
Okay, here, folks, we're back to the top of the second inning here. 2-1 score. That brings to the plate here. As he hits a fly ball down the left field line. Yeah, Mark Tomsey is at the plate, and he just fouled one off the left field. And now he's hit a line drive.
Goes both ways. And to right, and that one falls.
Boy, that ball carried right there. That right fielder played it like he was going to catch it, and then it just went right over his head. So we got the runners at second and third with nobody out. And that brings Anthony Elrod to the plate.
Elrod to the plate. And Elrod lifts this one to left. They're going to tag and score the tying run. Evens it at 2 runs apiece.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but look where the left fielder's playing. He's playing about 75 feet in front of the fence on that hitter. So they must know that guy or whatever, because, as I said, he came in to about 75 feet.
Way up, right?
Yeah. So we got one out. Runner still at second. The guy from third tagged up and scored. We got Kendrick Doggett.
Super slow roller.
As he beats it out.
It's almost a swinging bunt there.
He took a full cut. and it almost didn't make it to third base there. So the runner didn't even advance. He stayed at second base. And like I said, for some reason, both the outfielders are way in. So they must know this team. They're hitters because, as I said, that left fielder is 75 feet. And the guy hits the ball right to him. So he had it played perfect as he throws the ball in. He gets away from the third baseman, and the runner on third slides into home safely. So that was a nice play by the left fielder catching it, but he threw it away.
Yeah.
At third, costing him a run. That's 2 outs. That was, that could be a costly run later on in the game if it's a one-run ball game. We have a conversation here with the third base umpire. Oh, and Dale Baggs. a funny feeling maybe somebody ran into a fielder or something here. Not quite sure, but all 4 umpires are meeting at the mound here to talk about it.
Yeah, they're all coming together, and easy, Matthew. You know, that's the thing I like about these umpires. You got 4 on every one of these games, and they always come together. And at the end of the day, I'd say 99 times out of 100 or 999 times out of 1,000, they're going to get the call right. It seems like to me.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it, and that's the whole key. And you know, you got your video cameras in pro football and everything else, and these guys don't have that availability, and so they get together and talk about it, and then it usually comes out with the right verdict. Now we don't have the availability to exactly be in that huddle so we can hear. Now, where's Christian at? She should be in the middle of that huddle.
That's what we need.
So we're still out there on the mound. I'm thinking maybe there was a interference of something at third base there, so that throw from the outfield.
Saying they saw him run into the base coach possibly.
Yeah.
Good long conversation here. Doc Beckwell is sporting the shades today. It's all about being ultra cool, right? When you're out there.
Oh yeah, he's got a part in that new Easy Rider movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's got the shades on. So now we're going to add a couple more people. We're going to bring the coach out from Albacore. Got the catcher out there now. And I'm not sure on the ruling on that anyways, Bernie. If that runner comes around third base and then the infielder runs into the coach who's trying to direct him home, what would be the call on that? Is that interference on the coach? And usually coaches have coaches' boxes they're supposed to be in, but I don't see one. I don't see no stripes or I don't see no white chalk down there for a coach's box, so they're going to so I believe that run's going to count. And
yep, they've counted the run and they counted the out. It's 3-2.
right. See, and as I said, that's 2 outs. And, you know, that's a big run.
Keith Lasky at the top of the lineup.
Especially if this guy gets a hit and this guy scores. So that's 2 runs that are scored there that really, you know, what I mean by that, they shouldn't have, there's a possibility they wouldn't have scored because they had 2 outs. The next guy might have made it out and then nobody was scored at all. And instead, we got 1 run in. We got a guy on first and third now with a left-handed batter up.
A walk, and here is Mike Jacobson.
And they still got him played in the outfield, so. And there's a big hole over the middle. They got him pulled because they got the other extra fielder on the right-hand side here. But, I mean, that leaves a.
That one was smoked to right, and an even better catch there. The right fielder, Beatty, tracking it down. That's the beauty of a play there.
Oh, that was a nice play. He shoestringed it. I mean, he made a great play because if he'd have missed that, we'd have probably had the inside the park home run.
There's another look. A beauty of a catch.
Yes, it was. So they got out of there. They only got they got the 1 run because of the bad throw there. But They closed the door after that, so that's a good thing.
All right, we head to the bottom of the second. Precision leading by 1. Knobloch's the batter. First pitch swinging, sails this one to left, but it's not deep enough. Number 1. Tell me your breakfast story this morning.
Well, I just was telling Bernie here that I stopped to get breakfast last night, or something to eat after I'd been at the ball field all day. I didn't have anything to eat, so I stopped in at the Waffle House, and my good friend Jason Kendrick was in there. So we bullcrapped for a few more minutes, and then another guy come in, and it was his friend. And then I remember the guy because he played with a team called Elite before they became a powerhouse team. And he's from Valdosta with Cecil Whitehead, Carl Rose, and he's friends with all of them. And he's a very, very good ball player. His name is Pat Hill. Anyways, after we talked for 20 minutes, he insisted on buying me breakfast and buying my food. And I said, no way. He says, well, Mike, you know you're a pretty big guy. He goes, but I'll fight you if you don't let me buy it. So I said, well, you forced me, so I let him buy me my breakfast.
That's good. Was it good?
Oh, it was very good. I had me some covered and smothered and some grits and some eggs. And the Waffle House just doesn't get any better than that.
It's good stuff at the Waffle House.
Oh, yes, and they got that new peach waffle that I said I would be back today to have.
Yeah? Josh Riley, the hitter. And he sails this one. And it's caught out and left.
Boy, I'll tell you, some of these balls, I mean, like that one guy hit that home run. All these other balls are going up there, and they're dying real short.
Just a matter of the day, the time, not hitting it correctly. What's the reason?
Well, I think just not hitting the ball correctly is one thing, but also the temperature plays a lot today in the game of softball. You know, that's just because of the materials that are used in the softballs today. So a little one hopper there to first base for the third out, and that brings us to the top of the third.
All right, we'll be right back after this word from Resmondo, sports.com.
Thank you.
In the nation, we can't make every annoying thing disappear, but we can eliminate deductibles. Nationwide insurance members who add Vanishing Deductible get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Join the nation where deductibles go.
Nationwide is on your side.
You SSSA members, you could save money on your auto insurance. Call a local Nationwide agent or 1-866-556-SAVE.
Ready for championship play? The World Series Edition Duo 3 is here to help you win the ring. The bat features patented 454 technology. It comes ready to play right out of the wrapper. And with Resmondo Max Load, you'll get crushing power while finishing your swing. New for 2014 is the thinner HD handle to give you maximum torque, which brings you unsurpassed performance. Swing the same bat as the 7-time men's major champions. Get your limited edition World Series Duo 3 only from a Resmondo representative or at ResmondoSports.com.
4 of this year's series. 1 home run, 7 driven in.
Well, we're back. Matt O'Hare always on the docket. Somehow he didn't transfer the laser vision songs for the walkout. So, you know, when you come up to the plate, that song that pumps you up you want to have. I don't know that laser vision needed any more pumping up than what we saw last night. They were hitting the ball about as well as you could ask.
No, you're absolutely right. And, you know, I always tell guys that they have some issues of sometimes they're thinking about the wrong thing at the plate. I always say, hey, you think about a song. Think about your favorite song and sing that to yourself, or, you know, get yourself in that mind where you're loosey-goosey because you got your favorite tune in your head. So I kind of like the idea. I never had that availability when I played that, you know, they're going to play your favorite song.
It's amazing,
you know,
right?
If I'm going to go up to the plate, you know, I want them to play something like Whip. Oh, I've been wanting Whip and Post by the Allman Brothers, you know,
Yeah.
but I don't know if everybody else would want to hear that, or it would be either that or a ZZ Top song or Jimi Hendrix. I mean, those three guys. And it just so happens to be that 2 weeks ago I took my wife and my 2 kids to see ZZ Top again for about the 8th time, and it was quite a show.
They found the bag, gets the out, inning over.
Nice play there.
And it pushes us to the bottom of the 3rd. Precision leading by a run.
That's why I say, like last night, TaylorMade, or not TaylorMade, but the other team, the last game, Reds, they scored, 26 runs and lose.
Amazing, right?
You know, oh, yeah, it's amazing. So, I mean, you know, 30 runs on this ball field, you think that you should win.
Right.
Now, if somebody puts 30 up here in this afternoon game, they're going to win. And as you can see, the score after 3 is 3-2. So this ball game here, I say 15 tops. 12 to 15 runs is going to win this ball game.
Next happening.
All right, we got laser vision off my computer. We'll have Matt hand it in. So we'll have,
Wow.
there we go.
Yeah. We already had that.
Got to give everybody their songs.
Oh, yeah.
Matt O'Hare trying to play his part. You want to drop those off? You want me to go drop them off?
Oh, okay. But he wants everyone.
Yeah. Matt O'Hare getting it done. That's the key, right?
That's right.
No, I gotta mic him up.
Oh.
I don't talk. I'm behind the scenes.
Oh. Is that why you were running around with your head cut off when it was raining
Yep.
yesterday afternoon?
Yep.
Good game.
3.
Okay, we got leadoff batter here for Precision that hits one in the right center gap there for a triple.
It was nice this morning.
And that's going to bring him back to the top of the order for Dirty Sanchez here.
Breeze either. Breeze picked up the
So we got the bottom of 3.
Yeah, I've been here since 9.
I'm sorry, my bad. Backwards. This is Albacore that had the triple. And we got Dirty Sanchez at the plate here. As he tries to lift one out of here and hits a nice line shot for a single out to right field. The runner on third scores. Tying the ball game at 3-3. But the Heat is being as hot as it is. I'm looking at probably about 12 to 15 runs will win this ball game. So if I was one of the coaches, I'd be telling those guys, hey, fellas, let's get them base hits, get them runs, and let's try to get to that 10 ball quick. 12 ball, let's get theirs, before the other team does. That would help. Batter stepped out of the box there for a second. Pitcher took that mask off for a second, give himself some breathing room. As he throws ball 4 in there and lets him walk down to first base. So that brings up to the plate Sean Ballard. Oh, yeah. So we got no outs here. We got a tie ball game. Runners on first and second. And Sean Ballard lifts a high fly ball to left field. And it's right there at the fence as the left fielder throws it in. And it looked like that ball was going to go out of here, folks, because that left fielder was actually he was trying to position himself to climb that fence. And as you can see, the ball died right there at the fence. Both runners advance up to second and third. That gives them one out. That brings to the plate Adam Rockoff. Adam, I believe, if I'm not wrong, is a Canadian. He's from Canada, I believe. As the coach from Precision walks out onto the field, so we got a little bit of a timeout here. He brings his whole infield to the middle of the field to talk about it. And that's a good thing because it's a tight ball game. It's a tough situation right here. They got two guys on in scoring position, so they're talking it over on what they want to do. They got a great hitter behind this one in Dale Baggs, so this is a little touchy situation here on what they want to do. I sure wouldn't want to walk this guy to pitch to Dale, okay? So everybody walks back to their position. Umpire's got his hand up. He's getting ready to drop it, so play ball. First pitch thrown in there. Adam hits a beautiful line shot over the second baseman out to right field for a single, actually for a double, and both runs score. So I'm not quite sure what that coach told him to do, but I'm sure that wasn't what he wanted to happen. So we have a runner on second base, one out, and that brings him to the plate, Dale Baggs, veteran ball player. Dale, who's been All-American numerous times, MVPs, Defensive Player Award winner. I mean, the kid is an outstanding ball player. Hard-nosed as anybody out there. And here he does his job and hits a line shot, base hit up the middle to score that runner. He gives a look to second base and goes back to first. So that was a great piece of hitting right there. Get that run in, and that makes it a 6-3 ball game. That brings Tony Mack to the plate. Left-handed hitter with some power. And, Tony just gives his bat a ride and a home run, a 2-run homer by Tony Mack. Makes that score 8-3. As we sit here at ESPN Wide World of Sports Stadium, Champion Stadium, USSSA softball at its finest. Brings to the plate Robert Knobloch. As the pitcher throws the ball and it slips out of his hand and rolls across the plate like he was trying to hit a 7-10 pin slit. As I said, that pitcher's got that big helmet on out there, and I'm telling you, those things are not fun to wear. Throws that pitch in there for a strike. Ground ball up the middle. Nice play by the middle infielder. It almost pulled the first baseman off the bag, but the umpire called him out. He stayed on long enough. So that leaves us with 2 outs. Albacore's got 6 runs in so far this inning. Oh, yeah. As the batter steps into the plate, his song by Rush is playing loud. Tom Sawyer. That's Josh Riley at the plate. He hits a line shot to the second baseman for the 3rd out. So Albacore has a big inning here with 6 runs. That's a big number for this game. And that leaves them with the 8-3 lead, and we're going to bring back the top of the 4th with Precision coming to the plate.
Are you ready? I'm ready. Bring it. Are you ready? It's on. It's on.
The 2014 DeMarini Stadium 2.1 and CL22 are ready to strike fear in the competition. Loaded with a revolutionary design and unmatched durability and feel. The Stadium 2.1 features a balanced 13-inch S.1 composite barrel. The CL22 clears the wall with a 12-inch end-loaded option for heavyweights. Both bats feature an SC4 aluminum alloy handle for a one-piece feel with a two-piece design. Step up to the plate with Stadium Power Tour sluggers, Larson, Lacraca, and Rockoff. DeMarini, insane dedication to performance.
Is that Brittany down there? Isn't that Brittany down there? Where's... She did? Okay, so Brittany is down there. She's getting the umpire's mic so we can hear the umpires. Okay. Yeah, I hear them umpires saying all them. There you go. There you go. As the leadoff batter per position gets a base hit up the middle, so he's on first. That brings Mark Thompson to the plate, chasing an 8-3 ball game here. And he hits a nice line shot over the shortstop's head backside. Runner on first, advances to second. He goes to first.
Thompson aboard with a single to left. 2 runners on for Tony Elrod.
Got runners in first and second. That brings up Tony Elrod.
Right.
As Tony hits a line shot out to the left fielder, who's got him played
First touch. First touch. Time is good.
Turns around and throws it into second base. Runner tagged up from second with the third, and the runner on first stayed there. So we got one out. That brings to the plate Kendrick Doggett. At this point of the game, your Precision needs to score. You don't want a donut. They donuted the last inning. They need to get a couple of runs at this inning here to get back in this game a little closer. And he's launched a pretty good shot here that has beat the left fielder, who, as I said, is playing in pretty close. The runner on third is going to score. The runner on first held because he wasn't sure if he was in the catcher or not. So he probably could have scored if he would have known that it was going to be over his head. He could have scored, but instead they played it safe. He's at third, and the batter, Kendrick, he is on second base. So it brings our plate to pitcher Justin Wazinski. Nice line shot up the middle. Let's see if this guy's going to try to score. No, he doesn't. Outfielder hits a cutoff over the middle. Stays at third base, the runner. The third base runner scores. So it leaves us at first and third with one out. Brings to play Keith Lasky. So we got 2 in so far this inning.
Hey!
Pitch there, I think he called it flat though. It's a hard line shot, one hopper over the second, double play ball. Nice play there by the infield by Albacore. Boom, boom, boom. Believe me, folks, those are the big things that kill you in a softball game, is those double plays. You don't see too many of them today, but they really hurt you when they do happen. So they threw up 2 runs that inning there to get a little bit closer there, and so it leads the score. And get ready to go to the bottom of the 4th here, 8-5, Albacore.
Right to me, come on.
If you play slow pitch, you already know the Z2000 is one of the most popular bats in the sport. We updated the Z2000's technology to put it ahead of the curve in 2014. The Z2000 is built with a pure 360 composite barrel material. For you, that means a more forgiving barrel, a larger sweet spot, and a cleaner sounding pop with every hit. Exclusive technology, lighter swing weight, proven design. That's how the Z2000 will leave its mark on the game. How will you leave yours?
Get one, Tony. All right, here we go.
Tony, right through you, bud. Cass, right to the middle, Cass.
Okay, folks, we're back here at the bottom of the 4th inning. Albacore with an 8-5 lead here. Brings to the place Evan Galmier.
Start. Leave it.
It's a line shot foul down the left field line there.
Oh, it came back.
Ball came back on the field, so left fielder's got to run over and pick it up.
It's got a cut in it, I can tell from here.
As he throws it into the shortstop, because it's a game ball, so. So we're back to the plate.
Play.
Ball's got to be fair. He lost a fly ball to center field, and the center fielder had to run 60 feet to get the ball, but he made a great catch coming and got it. So that's the first out of the inning there for Albacore. That's going to bring to us, I believe, the last batter in the order, Eric Beatty. That leaves Dirty Sanchez on deck.
Play.
Little inside.
There you go.
And this is in the gap, folks. He just hit that ball to right center field, all the way to the wall. As he rounds second and is headed to third. Good piece of hit right there. Very good piece of hit. So that brings Danny Sanchez to the plate here, folks.
Just a pitcher.
8-5 lead, 1 out.
Play.
Danny, who's one of your better hitters in the game.
Stop, bud.
Can hit base hits, can hit home runs. Let's see what he does here.
There you go.
And he went for the downs, and I believe he got it. Nice piece of hitting there by Danny. That's a 2-run homer. Makes it 10-5. And as I said before, folks, that's the key to the game today is getting some guys on base for scoring.
Yes, sir.
And then give your guys with the power a chance to hit a 2 or 3-run homer.
Play.
It's going to bring to the plate Philip White.
Start.
I believe Philip is from Columbus, Georgia. He was good friends with a great ball player, a friend of mine that passed away a couple of years ago, Charles Wright.
Good pitch. Good pitch. There you go, beauty.
And Philip hits the ball to left field.
Up.
And the outfielder is right, almost basically right at him, folks. He didn't get it real good there. He kind of pushed it out that far, but. So that's out number 2.
Through you, Elrod.
Play.
Good start. Yep.
Sean Ballard hits a ground ball. They threw over to first. The throw drew the first baseman off the bag, but he was able to make the tag on Sean for the out, for out number 3.
Buckled like cancer. Right now, I couldn't move. I had to get something to get me up. That little group.
USSSA is the largest multi-sport athletic association in the world. Headquartered in Cotahuasi County, Florida, USSSA has now grown to 3.7 million members, competing in 14 sanctioned sports. From basketball, taekwondo, and golf to being one of the largest youth baseball programs in the country, USSSA has a sport for
we're
you.
charging ourselves
Log
a
on to
conference.
USSSA.com
let you
and
know.
find out how you
That's what.
Play the best and play USSSA.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Perfect to turn on and kill it. No. What's trying to knock it out of your club? I was mad because he played such a pretty pitch. I hit it that pathetic.
All right, here we go.
Now back number 29, Mike Jacobson.
Play. Ha!
We're back. What do you think so far?
Well, Albacore's done real well here. They got a couple of guys on and
Whoa,
downs.
it's out, yeah.
Both lefties hit home runs for them. So, I mean, they're playing a great game here. You know, as I said, I think 12, 15 runs is going to win the ball game. We're sitting at 10-5. As this left-handed hitter for Precision leads off to Ely with a home run.
That's his third round trip to this year's World Series.
That was a nice hit, so that makes the score 10-6. That's going to bring to the plate Jeff Keski. Another lefty. It looks like he's going to shoot it somewhere through the infield there as he hits it to Harper, the second baseman, over first for the first out of the inning. As I said before, it's a little bit unusual, but these outfielders for these guys for Albacore, they're playing about 70 feet, 60 feet in front of the fences. They obviously have enough confidence to be able to go back on the ball.
Play.
Ball. Your line drives that could bounce in for hits, that they might steal one.
Plate.
So Dirty walks him in 3 pitches.
Yep.
Bernie, you can pronounce this player's
Ryan
name.
Kisnicka.
That's the hardest thing to do, is to try to pronounce their names, you know what I mean?
Especially without a pronunciation guy. That's who we get for a lot of the other sports we get.
Sure.
The worst actually was when I first got into this, because of course they thought that I was a tool at times, because you get these sheets of paper like this one that you can't hardly read the names.
Right.
And they're like, well, what do you mean? Like, how does this guy not know? Because the guy could be a legend of the game, but the handwriting's not there, and so I'm like,
you're chopping his name up. Nice single to right field there. Moving the guy on first base and walked over to second. Run around first and second now. It's funny because when I played, you know, my name is Masenko.
Right.
And it's a Czech name. I'm Czech. And people will say, are you Italian? No, I'm not Italian. And then I've been called Machenko. So people say, well, are you Japanese?
Yeah.
You know, I've had some real great pronunciations of my name. I said it's Masenko, like a kitchen sink, you know, sank, Masenko. So I've been called some wild names. And then one time we were playing in Maryland, and we were playing an exhibition game, and this guy come up and was going back and forth down our dugout.
Right.
He goes, "Where's this man check guy? Man check. I got to see this guy man check." My coach, Mr. Neal's looking at me. He's laughing. He goes, "Hey, man check." That was me. So it was just funny because it's like man check. I said, man, it sounds like, man check, P.I. He's going, you got to see this guy, man check kid, he says. I says, yeah, that's me, buddy. Well, Albacore has had a little meetings of the minds here. They just want to slow things down here a little bit. As I said, it's a close ball game, 10-6. We got bases loaded, so they are going to talk about it because every run counts here. That one run a couple of innings ago that they threw away, that's going to play big, I think.
Ball. No, sir.
First pitch of ball.
Ha! That's a nice pitch.
That one's flat.
That was close. He lost it out to right field. He's going to score one run, possibly two, if he boots the ball, and there he did. He booted the ball at second base on the throw-in, and 2 runs scored on that.
It's all about playing great defense, isn't it, in this World Series, especially on the big ballpark.
Exactly. That play should be made. Guy comes up with the ball, turns around, looks to see, keeps the runner at third. Instead, it was a tough play to make, but he booted it, runner scored. Now we're talking 10-8, the tying runs at the plate.
Heavy.
Mark Thompson, the tying run at the plate. We got 2 outs.
Back here.
As Dirty walks him in 3 pitches. Well, how many times you got to be told, but walks will kill you.
Especially in this game where the guy's going to make contact anyways.
Exactly. That's a run running around out there loose that shouldn't be there.
Play.
It's
going to be foul.
Ball fouled on the right field line. This is going to be a big hit here. This is the bottom of 5. This is a crucial part of the game. They're down 2 with 2 guys on.
Play.
And there's one gap that you could drive 3 semis through in left center field. I might even be able to chip one over there. Oh, he lofts it up to left field. It's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So they don't have a bad inning there. They score 3 runs to get a little bit closer there, 10-8. We'll be back in a moment with precision coming into play.
Thanks, boss.
In the nation, we can't make every annoying thing disappear, but we can eliminate deductibles. Nationwide insurance members who add vanishing deductible get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Join the nation where deductibles go.
Nationwide is on your side.
You SSSA members, you could save money on your auto insurance. Call
Rock,
your
you up?
agent or 1-866-556-SAVE.
Ready for championship play? The World Series Edition Duo 3 is here to help you win the ring. The bat features patented 454 technology. It comes ready to play right out of the wrapper. And with Rismondo Max Load, you'll get crushing power while finishing your swing. New for 2014 is the thinner HD handle to give you maximum torque, which brings you unsurpassed performance. Swing the same bat as the 7-time men's major champions. Get your limited edition World Series Duo 3 only from a Rismondo representative or at RismondoSports.com.
Okay, we're back here, folks.
It's all smiles down there. Rick Robertson, umpire-in-chief for USSSA. He's got the shades on. I think they got, you see a couple of umpires with those same shades. I think they got a combined deal.
Yeah.
One to the old Island store. If I buy one, it's $50. If I buy 3, 100.
Probably.
First pitch popped up and caught. Rockoff is retired.
As he throws the bat over towards the barrel of bats, we discuss Rick Roberson and the gentleman sitting there next to him, Atlanta City John, both moved their heads like, whoa.
Look out.
That brings to the plate, folks, Dale Baggs.
Good start, good start. Come on, make a play.
Well, the game that was supposed to be at 4:30 is going to be at 4 between Shop and Laser Vision.
Great hustle there by Dale Baggs. He hit a hard hopper to the shortstop. He booted it for 1 second, and Dale dove headfirst into first base to be safe. As we watch on instant replay here. So, great hustle by Dale Baggs there at, I think, he's got to be about 40 years old now.
You got time, Tony.
Yes, it was. That was a nice replay.
Yeah, beautiful replay. Andrew, we have our best controller on TriCaster here.
That brings Tony Mack to the plate, and I believe Tony hit one out last time.
Yep.
Ha! Time!
Good start, buddy. Good start.
Doesn't like the call. Said something to the umpire about his mother. No, just kidding, folks.
Bobo found on the stairs going in and skinned his knee.
Tony with a base hit up the middle. That's going to send Dale Baggs over to third base.
Time!
With a single, Baggs over to third. And now Robert Albacore.
We'll find out whether we'll get the big duel at 7 o'clock on Saturday night between Laser Vision and Resmondo. Depends on if those two teams win. That's the key.
Exactly. Laser Vision plays what? They're moving up to 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then Resmondo's going to play right after the home run derby. So we got some exciting softball
on the
tonight.
plate, he's safe! Right there, time!
As Dale Baggs slides in the home plate and is safe there.
Out at second base. Albacore aboard on a fielder's choice. And now number 9, Josh Riley with 2 outs.
Good hustle by Dale there.
Here's another look.
Not in time. That was a great play. So that one run, that means big. Every run here, that's 11-8. 2 outs, and that brings to the plate Josh Riley.
Play!
Yeah, we definitely got some good softball for this evening. I mean, you got we have that home run derby contest. That should be very, very interesting.
Up!
Let's kick it in right field. Makes the catch and retires his side. Albicocco gets 1 out.
All right, Albicocco at 1. We head to the 6th. 11-8 is our score.
Are you ready? I'm ready. Bring it. Are you ready? It's on. It's on.
The 2014 DeMarini Stadium 2.1 NCL 22 are ready to strike fear in the competition. Loaded with a revolutionary design and unmatched durability and feel. The Stadium 2.1 features a balanced 13-inch S.1 composite barrel. The CL22 clears the wall with a 12-inch end-loaded option for heavyweights. Both bats feature an SC4 aluminum alloy handle for a one-piece feel with a two-piece design. Step up to the plate with Stadium Power Tour sluggers Larson, Pokraka, and Rockoff. DeMarini, insane dedication to performance.
Okay, we're back here in the top of the 6th inning with Precision. Now we got Kendrick Doggett here, who is the additional hitter, leading off the inning.
Hey!
And he hits a nice hard line drive out the left field for a single, and he's going to try for 2. Good hustle there, very good hustle. The throw was wide, it wouldn't have even been close, so very good hustle there. Every run is important now.
Yeah.
You kind of like to set the table like that. I like that when a guy gets a double and the next guy gets up, you know, base hit, go to and hustle the second possibly, and the other guy scores. Just change the doors, change the positions. as Justin Wazinski comes to the plate.
Well, it's a now or never time for precision. This is an elimination game.
Good piece of hitting right there. Line shot between the middle infielder and the shortstop. And he probably could have made it to 2 because they bobbled the ball in left field, but he stayed at 1, played it safe. Runner scored, making the game 11-9. So that brings to the plate Keith Lasky. We got nobody out, runner on first.
Play!
That's 11-9.
Dirty, who's pitching for Albacore, has been in the whole game as he launches this out to right center field. Right to the right fielder. He had it played kind of perfect.
Out last time.
And one thing, Bernie, it's amazing these guys playing 3 deep in this ballpark. As you look out there, it looks like between the center fielder and that left fielder, it looks like a football field.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, if you don't hit it with the right trajectory out there, it's going to be caught.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be hit with some. It's got to be hit on a line shot to get in those gaps to get that base hit. If you put any bit of lift on it at all,
Yes, sir.
they usually can run up underneath it. As we got 2 outs now. So Precision is down to the last 4 outs. This brings to the plate Jeff Keski as he hits a one-hopper to the second baseman, to the first, out number 3.
That's it, hitting over. How about this? It looks like Albicocco trying to win in advance. If they can win this game, they'll take on TaylorMade at 3:30. That game is on field 5 right behind us.
Okay. And as I said in the beginning, folks, I was looking at a 12 ball to 15 runs in this game would win it. We're sitting at 11-9 right now.
We'll be back right after this.
If you play slow pitch, you already know the Z2000 is one of the most popular bats in the sport. We updated the Z2000's technology to put it ahead of the curve for 2014. The Z2000 is built with pure 360 composite barrel material. For you, that means a more forgiving barrel, a larger sweet spot, and a cleaner sounding pop with every hit. Exclusive technology, lighter swing weight, proven design. That's how the Z2000 will leave its mark on the game. How will you leave yours?
USSSA is the largest multi-sport athletic association in the world. Headquartered in beautiful Osceola County, Florida, USSSA has now grown to 3.7 million members, competing in 14 sanctioned sports. From fast-pitch softball, basketball, taekwondo, and golf to being one of the largest youth baseball programs in the country, USSSA has a sport for you. Log on to USSSA.com to find out how you can take part.
Play the best and play USSSA.
First pitch swinging into the corner, and that one falls just foul.
Just foul, yep. He picked it up.
That's the right spot to hit it to in this ballpark, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, as I said before there, Bernie, the flag was blown a little bit before. Now it's at a standstill. It's just sitting there, so, you know, that the wind is not really having too much to play with the ball. Even though we know here at this ball field, it does still, no matter what, carry the right field good. As Evan has just hit a nice shot out there to center field, it's gobbled up by the center fielder. So we got one down here.
$3.29.
The great Paul O'Leary is trying to find he left the router in the rain last night, and it got a little wet, so that's why we don't have field 4 up right now. But he's trying to see if he can get another router out there because Classic Class is going. I guess that's a fan favorite.
Classic Class has had a team for 20
Two,
years.
gentlemen.
So if anybody out in the stands today, by any chance that maybe has an extra rotter in their purse, could you bring it up here to the
That's what we
booth?
need, an extra router. Paul's learning not to leave it out in the rain.
Well, folks, we're back to the top of the order here for Albacore. We got Dirty Sanchez back up here. Last time up, he hit a home run. Now that the bases are empty, just curious with 2 outs. If I was him, he's pitching. I'd try to get myself another run and hit it out of here. You know what I mean? Don't rely on the next person as they throw ball forward there. So they really didn't give him nothing to hit. So that's pretty good pitching by the pitcher. That brings up Phillip. As I said before, Phillip, who's out of Columbus, Georgia there. He loves softball, this guy.
35 running.
See, now this is a good move here. The coach from Precision is slowly coming out to the mound. And here goes the whole infield out there to discuss where they're going to probably.
What's a tight game? This is you got anything possible right now, but Precision, being that Albicocco has the hammer, really looking to possibly see if they can get on the, lead this one with just a 2-run deficit. Obviously, that's the goal.
Right. Well, I mean, and everyone that Albacore gets now, they've got to get 2. So if they get 1 run, they got to get 2 runs for it to win the ball game. So it is very crucial.
Exactly right. That way nobody has any question.
And Phillip, I believe, the kind of ball player he is, I think he's probably just going to try to move. They put a pinch runner in for Dirty, and I'm sure he's just going to try to move this guy over to third base. Unless he got his Wheaties in today and he's going to go down yard.
Right off the edge of it. It's on the plate. 2-0.
He did.
And this guy walks him.
My goodness.
The pitch is Sean Ballard. Sean, who's hit 1 ball right in front of the fence.
Right.
Well, I don't know sometimes. As I said, you said, the walks kill you.
Wait.
Sean hits a hard line shot down the left field line for a 3-run home run.
Wow.
Now, how big is that?
How do walks kill you?
Oh, my Lord.
Especially when you got somebody like Ballard coming through in the clutch.
Unbelievable. That was a great piece of hitting there by Sean. And they walked both guys to get to him. I mean, they didn't do it to get to him, but whew. Now they're sitting on that number 14.
For those of you trying to watch Classic Class, Paul is going to try to go out and run that field off of the Disney Wi-Fi, which may or may not be a good experiment. We'll see how it goes.
So we got 2 down here, 14-9 ball game. Albacore still has the bats in her hand. As he hits a hard line shot for the 3rd out, leaving Dale Baggs on the on-deck circle. But Dale's looking over at him and says, hey, don't worry about it. Let's get 3 outs and win the ball game.
Todd, 3 outs away from moving on. 14-9, Albicocco.
Re-entry on the pitcher.
As we stay on line here in this last inning as they're moving through here, I'll tell you a little story about how, when they say walks kill you. Well, I can remember one time when walks actually helped us win.
Yeah.
And it was in 1986 when we played elite in the ASA National Championship game.
Yeah.
And Bruce Meade was on their team, and we had talked to the people from Howard's who had been playing them all year long and said, hey, this is a way that you could possibly beat those guys because they were tough to beat. And we decided that we were going to walk Bruce Meade every time he came to the plate.
Yeah. Right.
And we did. We walked him. He didn't. Bruce walked down to first base. He's looking at us like, what? Why? And it had his whole team befuddled.
Another 5-10 feet.
And we walked him 10 times. He never swung that day. We double dipped him and beat him 26 to 12 and 28 to 15. And I'm telling you, it was because we walked Bruce. He was that great of a hitter.
Yeah.
And the rest of the team couldn't understand why we were walking him, and they weren't thinking about their game, and we beat them twice. So there's a time when walks didn't kill you, they helped you. And so you can put that in your book somewhere someday, folks. If you get a chance and you're playing and Bruce Meade's on the other team, just walk him every time, and you've got a chance of winning.
That's the key. You probably got walked a handful of times back in your day.
Oh yeah, I got walked a handful of times. Well, I actually probably was too aggressive of a hitter, and I swung at some bad balls and made my outs. So, as I said before, you're 30 in this game. You get in your prime when you're 30, and as you get to be 40, you get a little bit more smarter.
Yes, sir.
And as I got older, I had the tendency to take more walks. So 14-9 here, folks. Top of the seventh. That leadoff batter gets a base hit down the third base line here that the third baseman couldn't handle. It's kind of hot.
Play. Ball. It's in, Dirk.
Brings us to the plate, Ryan. How you pronounce that name again?
Kaczynska.
Kaczynska. As he lost a fly ball out to left field. Runner on first advanced to second with one out. And believe me, folks, Bruce Meade was such a powerful hitter. He was a specimen, and I wish people could have got. I wish you could have got a chance to watch him hit. There's a ball hit up the middle. That's going to drop in for a base hit. The runner's going to score from second base.
Time.
Making that a 14-10 ball game with one out.
Let me know, Andy.
Josh, come on.
Andy Brown. I don't believe. I think Andy might be a pinch hitter.
Yeah. Trying to put it all together here in a 4-run ball game.
Well, they gotta put it all together now.
Not that way.
No, not that way. He lofts a high fly ball out the left field, keeping the runner at first.
Time. 2, gentlemen.
2 outs.
So we got one more out, folks, for this game, and then we got a delay here for a little while, and they're going to try to move up that laser vision game to 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I myself am going to go down to the Nike store and see if I can find some size 16 shoes on the back rack.
They probably have some. The outlet's not too far away. That's the one you're going to, right?
Yes. I sure am hoping.
I bet they got something for you.
Well, that's where I buy my shoes.
One in Rome.
What's that?
I said one in Rome. You're in basically the outlet capital of the world down here.
Exactly. That's exactly right. The one year we were down here with my daughter, she pitched at Cleveland State, and we were playing at Fortune Road.
Yeah.
And the first game of the trip, she calls us at like 7 in the morning crying.
Yeah.
I forgot my shoes. You what? I forgot my shoes. So me and Antoinette, we drove to that outlet at 8 o'clock when the store opened up and got her a pair of Adidas's so she could play that game.
Oh, my goodness. That's not good. See if we can take another look at that, Mike.
Oh, that was a line shot off the foot. Let's see if we can get a replay on that, folks.
We got one of our best operators here. I think Andrew's on it.
Well, that's dirty that it hit. Let's see.
Yeah, it was right off the side of his foot.
Yeah, it came back towards home plate. Ooh. And we know that ball is hard. Now, Dirty, the player he is, hard-nosed. He's walking it off here. That's good because they need him. They win this ball game, they need him for the next game. Okay, it looks like he's going to stay in the ball game here, folks. We got runners on first and second. 2 outs. At this point here, if I was Dirty, I'd just take my time.
Let me know when you're ready, sir.
No hurry.
Sanchez returns to the mound. He's ready for walk-up.
There you go. He's ready to go again, folks. So we got 2 outs here.
2 outs, 2 on.
Hey.
Need 4 to bring us to the bottom of the 7th.
They need a line shot in the gap here is what they need, like between the outfielders. One in the gap here to get 1 or maybe possibly 2 of those runs in there.
Time.
This is Gary Lofton. I think this is the pinch hitter. I don't remember him in the game.
Yeah.
Play.
You know, and that's a good thing, too. These guys, been, you know, they don't play all the time, or maybe they're sitting the bench or whatever, but the guys get them in here to get them a swing. And
it's all about getting the opportunity.
That's it.
Play.
Now, this is a lofted fly ball out the left field. The left fielder comes in and makes the play, folks, and that's the ball game.
Well, the next game not until 4, so go get your shoes. Hopefully they get a size 16, and we'll see you back here in the broadcast booth.
Sounds good, folks. See you back here in a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you.